I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Cougars. Today is Wednesday, November 15th. Welcome to SCTV News. I'm Angela Johnston.
And I'm Jack McDonald. Your student store is now open again after an extensive remodel. We recently got a tour on what's inside, and here's what we found.
We're having a 50% off sale after our remodel. That includes staff polos, zip-ups, lanyards, foam fingers, socks, and flash drives. We painted it. We added a few stripes just to show our school spirit, and we just kind of made it a little bit nicer. Besides cool shirts, we sell socks, we sell lanyards, we sell pom-poms, foam fingers, 2018 shirts, a lot of club shirts, club merch. I know GSA sells their portable chargers here. We sell water bottles here, notebooks, school supplies. You can literally come here for anything, and we have it. At the end of the week, if you come in Thursday and Friday, you can get scanned for 5-star and get points for school spirit.
Besides the student store, ASB wants you to know that you can help them out by eating at Panda Express this Friday. Just print the flyer on the website and 20% of your purchase will go towards ASB.
And if Chinese food doesn't sound appealing, check out Rubio's this Thursday for some great food and a chance to help out the class of 2019.
Dollars for Dogs ends this Friday. Don't forget to donate in your second block for a chance to win a donut and OJ party.
You're down to your last 3 days to tell a friend you're thankful for them, and you can help Key Club in the process by filling out a turkeygram. Congratulations to our very young Cougar, Rihanna Speck, for being selected for a prestigious award. We'll let her explain.
What I won was the Wendy Heisman Scholarship at the school level, and it has 3 levels to the scholarship, so you can win at school level, then state, and then national. National is usually when they start giving away like the huge prizes that you can use obviously towards school. I just got the school one. In Avid, your senior year, you actually have one of your assignments is to apply to 5 colleges and 5 scholarships, and that was one of the scholarships that I applied to, and it was one that was recommended to me by my teacher, and so I applied to it. And I didn't really expect anything back, but I was really surprised.
Steel Canyon is a safe school for staff and students. However, occasionally there are a few incidents that threaten our security. Reporter Dan Batson, along with Ashley Jabrow and Heather Olajuwon, found out the serious consequences of physical altercations.
Like other schools, fighting is strictly prohibited at SCHS. Even if you're just playing around, it's an action of violence or dispute. However, some students think it's cool to start fights, and that gets you some sort of attention. But to many students on this campus, fighting is not the way to deal with conflict.
It's just kind of a dumb way to settle an argument. I think you should try to work it out with your words first, violence is never the answer.
They should get along even though they have differences.
The people who try to pick fights, I don't think they should try to pick the fights. I think they should everyone should to be chill and no one try to fight no one.
You may not know this, but recording a fight at SCHS can get you into some serious trouble, considering you're just watching kids get seriously hurt, and you're the only one standing there not doing anything about it. If you're a student witnessing a fight, you should immediately find a trusted adult to end the mayhem between the 2 individuals.
It's not okay to film people without their permission. So anyone who's filming something that goes on, unfortunately, I think that contributes to the motivation to get people to participate in some violence potentially. So those individuals that do participate in that action are held responsible for that if they're found to be have it on their phone. Usually when someone films something, they film others filming it. So we'll kind of go through and nail that down. So if you post it online, you can be held responsible for that.
I usually don't have a whole lot to say to those people because I'm dealing with the individuals that were involved. But after the fact, as I talk to them, it'd be to ask them, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? If you're seeing a fight that's going on, put your phone away, find an adult, find one of the campus supervisors, myself, and get the fight broken up because it can escalate into much worse. Whether it's playing or verbal or whatever it is, I get involved in it to break it up. Because if it's playing or a verbal argument, those have a tendency to escalate into physical fights, which then results in somebody getting hurt. So we can't have that on our campus. There's school consequences, but there's also, that tends to lead to a violent nature, which you start getting into that violent assaults of people, you can end up finding yourself getting locked up, getting arrested.
No one should ever condone violence. It should never be a last resort at all. There's a multitude of ways that you can resolve conflict without getting it to that point, and mainly it's through communication, being honest with each other, being able to acknowledge other people's feelings first, validate their feelings, goes a long way. So if it's a habit of participating in that type of behavior, I don't know if you're going to be around in a job long, or certainly not at school.
So what happens to the students who get caught fighting?
Okay, so there's two types of situations that we develop as far as classifications. One is assault and battery, and the other one is mutual combat. So one situation might start out that one person is starting it, but the second that you participate yourself, then it changes over to mutual combat, and then both parties are held responsible for that.
Consequences here at school, you could be suspended or suspended pending expulsion, depending if it's your first or second fight. As far as the law enforcement side of it goes, you could be arrested for battery, which then you end up having to stand in front of a juvenile judge or finding yourself in juvenile hall.
If you find yourself in a situation where you've been involved in a fight, we're going to meet with you in here. We're going to make sure you don't need some medical attention, and we'll see the nurse first, and we'll get you to calm down, give you a little bit of water so we can start to figure out why this happened so we can prevent it in the future. Typically is a 3-day suspension for the first time. We ask that people do an intervention program, which is called MAPS. Measures to Achieve Peaceful Solutions. Takes place at Chaparral High School. And they go through an anger management type lesson plan for 3 days, and then you return back to school, and the consequences of the second time around are made perfectly clear. And second time around usually is expulsion from Steel Canyon.
Whether you're play fighting or actually having a conflict with another person, consequences will be made. So remember to keep your hands to yourself and find an adult no matter how bad the situation is. From SCTV News, I'm Dan Batson.
We are counting down to our huge weekend in sports. This Friday, our boys water polo team plays in Orange County in the CIF SoCal Championship. They're taking on the top seed, a private school named Orange Lutheran. It is a big challenge, but our boys are getting themselves ready this week.
I know Orange Lutheran is going to be a tough team just because they are number 2 in the state, and they got 2 college commits, whatever that word is, already. So one of them's going to UCLA and the other one's going to Stanford, so that's like full-grown men playing against. So it's going to be an extremely tough game for us.
Later on Friday, our football team has to travel to La Jolla to play Bishop's High School. The winner of that game advances to the Division II semifinal. Coach Longerbone says the coaches are doing what they can to get the players ready mentally.
But that's kind of our job as coaches, to make sure they get to the right place where they need to be. And we're experienced on going on the road. I mean, we opened up the season down in Brawley, so getting on a bus doesn't faze us at all. We just kind of roll with it. I'll probably get 2 buses this week because we expanded the roster, bringing up JV and freshman guys. So it'll be fun. I mean, and La Jolla is beautiful. We'll go down there and play a wonderful game down there.
That's all the news we have for you today. Have a great Wednesday. Rob our Cougars.
Cougar Pride.
Get some.